Welcome to your Sports Check, everyone. I'm Eugene Stewart. Here's your lineup for this thankful Thursday. Well, as track season continues, some of Eleuthero's finest athletes competing in the annual All Eleuther track meet, with events from the 100 and 400 meter dash, high jump, and discus throw. These young athletes laced it up and gave it their all. Giving remarks on the event, District Superintendent for Eleuthera, Harcourt McCoy.
Well, this is the premier event for all of the high schools with great responsibility. We're trying to select those athletes that will move on, hopefully to go to nationals and then go on to Carifta and represent the country. It's a really important thing because, as I would imagine, Mr. Crane would have said, so many brilliant athletes, including our Golden Knight Chris Brown, came from the island of Eleuthera. And so it's very important to be able to come out and have those family island schools represent and find those diamonds in the rough. As you can see, we're on the grass track, but in New Providence, you take for granted that you have a rubber track, and some kids have different means of exposing their talent, and they have to run a little bit harder to get to be on a national team. But that's what this is about. Our responsibility at the district and the Ministry of Education is to make sure that everybody's healthy, safe, engaged, and challenged, but also to find out what are the talents that God has put in every one of our students and try to help them to use that to the best of their ability, whether that's to get a scholarship and move on to the next level and pursue what is their academic purpose in a school. But to find what it is, and track and field is one of those things. If you can't run, you jump or you throw. There's something for everybody and every body type. So on the island, there's limited things that you can get into, but track and field is one of them that definitely would be able to give you an opportunity to move to the next level.
Head coach Dexter Cambridge also giving remarks on the event and talent thus far.
This is a great event, man. The kids are performing well, and, like I tell the kids, there's opportunities in track and field. It's easy. You do your job. We got the great Christopher Fireman Brown. He always talk to my kids as opportunities. They do their part. When they finish, they get scholarships. So I try to encourage the kids every year to go out there and do their best.
And after 2 days of competition, Central Eleuthera High sits in third place with 356 points. In second position, North Eleuthera High with 397 points. And sitting in first is the host school, Preston Aubrey, with 507 points. Competition continues tomorrow. On a much somber note, the New Providence Softball Association and the Bahamas Government Departmental Softball Association mourns the loss of a fallen soldier. Our Charles Fisher has this report.
It was not your typical night at the park with fans cheering and teams playing. This one, a somber one for former player and sponsor Keith Moss, better known as Slimy. Support there for the family from present and former players, executives, and sponsors. You see, Slimy played many years with the Defense Force Floaters in the Government League, then later moved on to be a sponsor in the New Providence Softball Association with the Commando Security Truckers. Some wore T-shirts bearing his image, while candles were lit to show the spark Slimy brought to many who knew him. Edward Big Time Russell, one of those players on that historic Floaters team that at one time won 17 consecutive championships, jersey honoring their catcher draped the podium and surrounded by players.
But see, the Floaters is much more than a softball team. We're a family. All of our children have adopted everyone here as their uncles. All of them grew up around the park, and that's how we live. But when you join a team like the Floaters, and you have the greats of a Denzel Clark, a Brad Smith, a Clifford Scavala, a Tucky Christie, you got to learn to play the game right. And the same way Slammy hit those balls on the other side of the net, that's the same way he hit the ball out of the park. Only thing, the bat was an extension of his hand.
Remembering Slimy was current president of the Government League, Nakara Curtis, and National Sports Authority representative Martin Paul Burris.
I must say that he was one in a million. He was a true friend, a confidant, and one who genuinely loved his family members. There was nothing that he would not do for anyone that he loved.
Slimy has done tremendous for softball, not only as a player, but as a sponsor. When softball was on the down low, Slimy was one who we could rely on. He was always there.
Funeral service is set for Saturday at 11 at Transfiguration Baptist Church. Interment will follow in Lakeview Gardens. He was just 56 years old. Condolences going out to his family from the ZNS Tool Sports family. For ZNS Tool Sports, I'm Charles Fisher.
And that's your sports check on this thankful Thursday. I'm Eugene Stewart. Stay tuned. We've got weather when we return.